Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Saturday, April 26th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 17 of 2025, and in my neck of the woods it is currently 64 degrees with a high of 73 and a low of 54. Welcome to my broadcast. I am here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles, and laughs, pretty pictures, and the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. In other words, I show you what I'm doing, I show you how I'm doing it, and then I explain why I did what I did. Pretty nifty. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who'll see this broadcast when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. So tonight I'll be continuing to work on our eggs that we're doing. This is an embossed eggs. And this is from my book, Elegant Embossed Eggs Jubilee. And this cover was done by Grace Janney. Pretty neat, huh? Oh, let's see what's going on here. All right, so the book has embossed images, and they're all on an egg. So they're pretty nifty. Lots of different subjects. This is the one we're doing during the course. Here's one with a frog. Here's a beautiful angel with flowers around it. So anyway, that's the book. Then the second project that I'm working on is out of Symphony of Cute Animals. Let me get the shine off of it. This is from Kanoko Agusa. And this book was gifted to us by Angie of our group. And I am working on the giant egg. Isn't that beautiful? So last night I was concentrating on the flowers on the top. I think this project is turning out well. I like it. And I hope that you're enjoying it as well. I know a number of you have this book, which is really cool, because then you can color along as well. All right. So let's see who's popped into the room already. Mamie. Hello, Mamie. Tam Tam is here. Karen's here. Hello, Janie. Jonah's here. Let's see, Maggie. Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday to one and all. Let's see who else is here. Hello, Julie. Julie's been rocking the pictures with Procreate. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Sherry Hanners. All right, we got a good mix tonight. Sherry is our newest victim in the group. So guys, how's your day going today? Win, lose, or draw? I'm going to say draw. It's been quiet. Julie, draw. Mamie, draw. Sandy, draw. Karen, draw. Tam Tam, draw. Grace, draw. Went to lunch. Janie, draw. Jonah, draw. All right. Translation. Everybody's having a quiet day. All right. So I'm going to start up on the egg. This is our buddy color. If you don't have it, download it from the group. Oh, Maggie says, rough day. Allie was sick all night, up every 15 to 20 minutes. Mom and Dad came to get her around 7:15. And she is just now able to keep a banana and Sprite down. Oh. Oh, Maggie, I hope you don't pick up what she has. So Maggie, you've been up since yesterday morning at 6:30. Well, Maggie, sit back, relax. Plop down in a comfy chair and enjoy the broadcast. Me too. We are hoping it's just congestion from her cold. Oh, that's probably why she was so fussy yesterday. You said you were having a hard time getting her down. Okie dokie. Okay, so last night I started to work on the greenery around the egg. And I don't know about you, but I think this egg is just coming out just beautifully. Oh, Janie, you got some yellow ribbon from the city mission. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to work on these stems over here. And coloring this green stuff is now going to set the boundary for our piece. All right. Now let's pop over to the other side. And of course we're going to work on our light, medium, and dark. And I'm going to start out with my light, and then we'll go back in detail with our mediums and our darks. Now remember, in grayscale, it doesn't matter what you start with. Don't get hung up on it. Now take your time. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, I'm going to go back in, or back up, I should say. And I'm going to start detailing now with my darker green. Take your time. Now, I have a question for you guys. How many of you have changed the way that you're watching the video after the fact when I showed you how to speed up the broadcast? Okay. Now, I'm going to go light, medium, dark on our tree trunk here. Now, the light that I'm using is actually a darker light. And that way we have some areas that distinguish between the very top of the tree and the area that we're going downward with. Okay. Now we've got another little tree segment here, so I'm going back to my lighter pencil. And then I'll come in with my medium. Oh, gonna sneeze. Hold on. Oh, excuse. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Oh, godless me. Thank you, Maggie. Oh, that's funny. And Janie says Gesundheit. Oh, your keyboard is sticking. That's weird. Okay. Then I'm going to go back now to my original dark, medium, and light. So that means that my light is a little bit darker here. Hello, Sarah. Okay. Tissue time. I'm going to mute you for a second. Okay, we're back. So this light color is my original light, medium, and dark. Now, part of this tree goes up into the outside of our egg. You don't want to color that with that green. We're going to do something else with it. And then we have our light moving downward. I don't know what happened to Kitty. She just dropped away and didn't say anything. Okay. Now notice I'm just working on my light areas of my grayscale. Okay, then I'm going to come back in with my medium. And we're going to go back up here. And that'll be the edge of our tree. Now, I'm going to pop over to that leaf that's off to the left. And come in with a little more medium. And I'm actually going to pop in a little dark green. At our base. Okay. Now, here's our medium. And notice that I'm working the color horizontally. And let me move my camera down just a little bit. And then I'm going to go back up my tree. And I'm going to work up my dark areas, which are to the right here. Check it out. And of course we're going to blend that all together. And let's go to this left part here. With our dark. And I'm just going to put a little bit of green here. But notice that I'm not carrying this out to the very edge. That's because I've got something else in mind. And boy, is this beautiful. All right, let me pull out so you can see where we are on this. Questions? Okay. Anybody having any problems following this? Now, I'm going to pop up to the top. I've basically got this much of the top part done, except, well, no, not done because I'm going to make some tweaks. I need to make, quit talking in circles. Okay. Now, let me get my color here. Hold on. Alright, so a little dark. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a light blue. Hey Angela. And I'm going to use this as my base color. And you'll see how all of this is going to start coming together. Angie says she was like number 13. Thank you. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm going to run this all the way down to the bottom. Now be careful when you're doing this that you don't get into this decoration part here. Oh, Sarah, you got your eyeshadow applicators, but they put they put in the wrong place, so the case was broke. Okay. Now, I'm at the very bottom here. So we're still going to put our blue. You drove over them? I'm sorry, Sarah, I don't understand what you're saying. Now, even in this dark area on the bottom, you still want to put in your blue. So we've got that light tint of that blue. Even though it's very dark down here. Oh, they were supposed to put the package, I'm assuming, on the front porch. Instead, they were by the garage and I didn't see them, so I drove over them and the case broke, so they gave you a $10 credit. Okay, now I understand. Guys, look how cool this looks. Give me a second, guys. I want to change up one of my fans. Okay. Then I'm going to come through And I'm going to use a medium blue. This is the medium blue I'm using. This right here is the light blue that I was using in my alcohol marker. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to start giving this some depth dimension detail. Now, you'll notice on the grayscale that there's some shading here. And notice that I'm basically, except for this one line here, sticking to the sides. And what that's going to do is that's going to make this egg look dimensional. Now, if you don't have the alcohol marker, you can use water base. And if you don't have markers at all, you can use your light pencil to lay down your initial color. And the whole idea here I'm going to finger blend that just a little bit. Is it the outside casing of the egg? Is going to look like a standard egg, which is why I'm going blue with it. Any questions about that? Amazon delivery is bad. I ordered ladybugs When they came out of 3, 2 were broke. They refunded me and sent me more. The second time, 3 of 2 were broken. 3 of 2. So out of 6, you got 2 good ones. I told them to not send you anymore. Is that a delivery issue or is it a packaging issue? Okay. Yeah, same here. I haven't had any problems with Amazon deliveries either. Sandy, this Amazon delivery, are you telling me it's an Amazon truck or is it USPS? Oh, they were cement ladybugs. Are you talking about lawn decorations? Oh, I thought you were talking about craft stuff. Did you contact the company that makes them? Okay, now we're going to come down to the bottom here and we're into our dark gray. So I'm going to work on the edge here. Okay, let me get this little bit of blue here. And let's get along the bottom. So Grace, yours came in a rent-a-truck one time. They flung open the double back doors to bring us a CD for your husband's computer. Okay, let's go along this edge all the way around the outside. Now, any area that you have your gray in, not the part with this black, you want to put in just a little bit of blue. All I'm doing here is putting in a swatch of blue on my darker area. Oh, Jonah, you've lost power. I'm so sorry. Julie, good night. Okay, now, since I worked on the outside here, starting at the bottom, I just kept going with this blue. So now I'm at the top. All right. Oh, Jonah, you have a generator, but apparently it's not working. Jonah, is it possible that the generator just hasn't kicked in yet? Now, don't cover your area here as you're doing this. We're just outlining this in blue. All right, let me pull out. Your generator kicked in once. You're talking about the generator or your power? Okay. Then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to blend this in. Now I haven't done the very bottom yet. We need to do that. And as Jonah has noticed, okay, so you're saying the generator kicked in once and then it went off again. I know your power is off. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying as to what the it is that kicked in. Okay, let's go down to the very bottom, which is our darkest area, right? And we're still going to be adding a little bit of that blue to the bottom lines. So again, when you have dark areas, color them. Isn't that beautiful? Tammy, what's going on with the fires in your area? Okay, let me pull out. And hopefully you can see how this blue looks really elegant at the bottom with the black. Oh, you have power and lights now. Is it from the generator or is it from the standard electricity? Over 2,300 acres are burned. Oh. That is so sad. Okay. So I'm just going to take my eraser and I'm going to clean around the outside. That's just me. I like to keep my pieces tidy while I'm working on them. Yeah, I was reading on it, Tammy, and apparently it was some teenager that started it. I believe it said nobody has been hurt, but somebody's business was completely burned down. Well, Tammy, I don't think it's society's job to keep teenagers engaged. That kid knew he was doing something wrong. He decided apparently it would be funny. And now it's hurting people. I have absolutely no sympathy for stuff like that. Oh man, this is coming out beautifully. Okay. All right, Sandy. Now, I'm going to refrain, other than the water, from doing anything else in blue. That water picks up the edges of our egg beautifully. Okay. Now, I'm going to find a gold pencil. Let's see what we got here. And I'm going to go over to where these buildings are. And because this is a castle type thing, I'm going to put gold domes on the castles. And notice that I'm just doing it on the dome areas. So Angie, you started your project of coloring Romantic Country for your two great nieces who are 9. I'm coloring the hardest pages for them. Some will be identical and some will be different. My Linda, so glad to see you here. Hi, my Linda. Okay, Sandy, welcome back. All right, 16 people in the group, 16 people, 16 likes. Okay, check out our domes. Dome, dum, 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 dome. And then I'm going to come in with a pretty purple. Now we'll do our light, medium, and dark. So obviously that's our dark purple. And then I've got a medium purple. And then our light purple. Now, we've got a lot of colors going on in this egg. And a lot of, what's the word I want? A lot of patterns on here. So what I'm getting at is you don't want to mess around with too many colors in this village. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to purples for the buildings. So there's my dark that I just put in. Here's my medium. And here's my light. Now again, I'm totally avoiding blues in here on the inside of the egg except for the water. Here's our dark. Here's our medium. And then here's our light. How pretty is that? Here's our dark. Here's our medium. Doesn't that thunderstorm sound great? Here's my light. So Mamie, how's it hanging tonight? I think we got a little bit part of the building here. Or not Mamie, my Linda. What did I say? I'm just a confused person. All right, here's our dark. Mamie, okay, fine, but it is hanging great. My Linda says she spends a bunch of time trying to stay calm. Well, that's why you come in here to relax, right? Okay, and then my light. Okay, let me pull out on our little village here. Oh, I know it works. This group is absolutely set up for you guys to come in and relax in a nice, calm atmosphere and to get your mind off of things. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit of my gold glitter. I'm going to pop a little bit on a piece of paper. I'm going to get my little toothpick. And I'm going to put gold glitter on the domes of the castle. All right, let's see if I can do this directly from the bottle without making a mess. Oh man, here we go. And just put a little goop on here. Pure talent, guys, pure talent. Oh, I love the gold on the tops of these here. Guys, what do you think of the gold? I think I'm getting pretty talented with this glitter bottle. Again, guys, these are the types of things that I want you to think about when you're doing your pieces. You're creating a story with the page. I think that looks really cute. Sherry says, love it, matching your nails. Thank you, Sherry. Okay. Let me pull out. Check it out. Now, this whole project that I'm doing tonight, this is why I want you to follow me when I'm doing a duet piece, a buddy color. There are techniques that I have in mind that I want to show you. And that also includes the use of different colors. For example, the reason that I did a neutral blue around the outside is because I want to enhance as to what's going on the inside. Okay. Now I'm going to pop down to the bottom and do one flower because I'm running out of time. Oh, boo hiss. Too much fun on this piece. Now I want you to pull a light, medium, and dark red. And the 3 reds that you choose should be in the mid-range. We don't want to go too dark at the bottom. All right. And as soon as I find the reds that I want, I will swatch them for you. Okay. Here's my dark red. Here's my medium red. And here's a light red. Now I'm going to start with my dark red. Then I'm going to come in with my medium red. And then I'm going to come in with my light red. Now, I'm going to change up my light red to a medium pink. And the reason that I'm doing that is because the reds that I am put on the flowers are pretty dark. So we need to lighten that up. Moggy, you used the gold metallic pen. There you go, for the castle top. And notice how I'm back blending that pink onto the red. Let's see. I want to add a little bit more medium right here. And then in the center, I'm going to pop in some orange. I'm using an alcohol-based marker for the darker part. And then a light orange pencil for the lighter part. Check it out. All right, now we've got another flower here. Same kind. Let's go ahead and use the same colors there. there. And then our medium. And then our light pink. And notice how I'm using that pink as a blending tool. Don't forget to turn your pencil when you lift it. Orange alcohol-based marker. Orange pencil for the center. Now, I want you to notice how dimensional this all looks. Check it out. Okay, my Linda, thank you. Little bit of what? Payne's Gray. Remember, guys, this whole piece, is an embossed egg. So that means we've got lots of dimension that we're working with. And we want these little parts on this flower, on these flowers, on both of them to really stick out dimensionally. Any question on that? And then if you really want to add a little kicker to this, take a white pencil again, you know I like my Prismacolor, but you know I'm going to complain about it because the points always break. And I'm going to highlight the edges a little bit. And boy, talk about dimension now. Look at that. Any question about that addition? All right, let me pull out. Look how beautifully this is coming together, guys. Any particular questions before I change projects? Okay, next project. Symphony of Cute Animals. Angie was gracious and bought us this book. And I decided to do the giant egg because of the embellishments I'm going to add on it. So last night I was working on the violets, and we had the purple, and we added what? The yellow to it, and the black in the center to make it look realistic. Thank you, Grace. Now I'm going to come in with a very light peach, a pale peach. Basically, I'm going to use skin tone pencils. Jonah, good night. Jonah, I hope you had fun. Let me swatch these for you. Here's my dark. Thank you, Melinda. Here's the medium. Here's my light. All right. Now, these paler flowers, I'm going to work on these three here in the center. So I'm going to start off with my dark and the flower on the left. Now, what do I always tell you is to make this edge ragged when you're doing something like this. Don't just go straight across. So there's our dark. Here's our medium. And our light. Isn't that beautiful? We've almost got, it looks like it's blushing going on, right? Next petal. Here's our medium. And then our light. Now, I want you to notice that the blending from the dark to the medium is not good right here. We have basically an abrupt change. We need to fix that. Isn't that beautiful? Any questions? Let me pull out. This is an absolutely beautiful color combo. Very delicate. It's soft. It just looks really good. Okay, dark. And we've got some teeny tiny spots here to get into. Who's coloring this with me tonight? Okay, there's our dark. I'm going to turn this page. Our medium. And our light. Okay, now back to my medium and our little squished area. Okay, Grace, thank you. Maggie, you've switched to working on Kayla's Mother's Day gift. Cool. What is it? Diamond Art Hippo sitting on a book. I figured it was Diamond Art. You're caught up in that now, aren't you? Okay. Well, I know it's your first, but I mean, you just seem to be really enjoying it. Now we've got a little teeny tiny area here. And I also just noticed that I missed a little bit of my rose on my petal here. And Maggie, just think of all the rhinestones you're getting now to use on your coloring books. Don't throw away your rhinestones. Okay. There's my dark. Here's our medium. And remember, we're doing one petal at a time in our light. Okay, next petal. We've got a smaller one right here. Same coloring scheme. But notice that I've changed the layout of the color a little bit. There's our medium. There's our light. Now, we have an underside of a petal right here, so I'm going to go back to my dark. Okay. I don't know about you, but this is just turning into a really drop-dead gorgeous piece, I think. Let me find it here. Dark. Medium. And light. And make sure that you really push on that blending. Next petal. There's my dark. There's our medium. And I'm terribly sorry, it was off camera. There's our light. Now we've got a little bit of spot in between here that's supposed to be clear. We'll just clean that up a little bit. Who's coloring this piece with me? I know that several of you have the book. Tammy, Janie, cool. Now notice I'm extending my dark area a little bit further up. Then my medium. And then my light. Guys, please don't forget to use Ring-a-Ding if you get a light board. Here's our dark. Here's our medium. Here's our dark here. Here's our medium. And our light. Hello, Kathy. Hold on, guys. I gotta grab something. Let me pull out so you can see. Okay. Few more seconds, guys. Okay. Next flower. Kathy, how's your day going? Win, lose, or draw? And how is John doing? Now, I want you to notice that I'm curving this edge here. Oh, Sherry, thank you. There's our dark. There's our medium. And then our light. Again, take your time. Kathy, draw. John is sore and tired. All right, here's our dark. Here's our medium. Now I'm going to put a little dark right in here. It looks like we have a little center petal. You see it? And then our light. Isn't that pretty? And again, I'm having way too much fun with this. Dark. Medium. Light. Next petal. Just a little bit of our dark. Then our medium. And then our light. Hallelujah. Amen, amen. Sing it with me. All right. Oh, my day was fine, Kathy. Thank you for asking. Quiet. Okay, dark. Now we have the inside of our flower right here, so I'm going to make all of that dark. There's our medium. Back to our next petal right here. dark, medium, hey Kathy, I have a question for you. I'm thinking of maybe fostering cats. And my question is, when you foster a cat, how many do they give you? Like, do they let you do just one? Okay, here's our dark. Here's our medium. Here's our light. If you love animals, will not want it to leave your home. That's not necessarily true, Janie. You can love an animal and foster it into somebody else's house. So we have dark, we have medium. It all depends on the shelter. You can be permanent foster mom. You can foster a mama cat and her kittens. So they prefer that you foster multiple cats, I assume? Oh man, this is beautiful. Okay, let me pull out. Any questions? Notice how we have this darker color that permeates through onto the lighter, and this is where it's really important that you're on top of your blending. This is the look that you want for these flowers. And this is why I use delicate colors. Okay. Kathy, let me show you what we did earlier. I don't know if you saw this. Oh, okay, so the idea of fostering is to take care of them until they can go to the shelter. Gotcha. Okay. Back to our large egg here. I want you to pull a light, a medium, and a dark green. Well, Kathy, here's the issue for me. Because of the way I take care of my cats, they all live to be 17, 18 years old cats. In other words, I take really good care of them. Domino was 18 years old when she passed. And what I'm thinking, I'm 68 years old, and if I get a cat or two, which I would think about, one for sure, two possibly, I want to make sure the provision is made for them as I get older and can't take care of them anymore or pass away. That is my biggest concern. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Okay, let me find a super dark green. Oh, let's see. Okay, here's a good green. Kathy, you have foster moms that are in their late 60s and early 70s. There's my dark, medium, and light greens. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Okay, let me pop in my greens here because I want to take care of this leaf that's tucked into the petals. Now, notice that I'm putting my dark near the center. Yeah, that's what I would do, Kathy, is just contact the local shelter. Here's my medium green. And then my light green. Yeah, I would contact the shelter. I just wanted to bounce this concept off of you and see what you thought. Okay, let me pull out here. And let me do this other leaf that's tucked in here. There's my dark. There's my medium. There's my light. Okay, and now you can see, because we did the leaves, we can now see the background behind it. Now remember, I did my background inside the egg in a light gray. Yeah, I know, then you get attached to them and you want to keep it. A foster fail. Okay guys, this is the inside of the eggshell. And that's the other problem. I would get so attached to them, I wouldn't want to let them go. That's right. Then you can congratulate me on becoming a foster failure. Okay, guys, let me pull out. I want to show you a couple things in the group before I end the broadcast. This is where we are on the egg. Okay, I was just coloring the inside of this area here, which is our shell. I'll shade that later. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, a couple things in the group I wanted to show you. Now, this image here, Maggie put together, and this is from my book, Puppet People Jubilee. We'll be doing a buddy color out of it. I think she did a really good job on this. Oh, flipped my camera. Hold on. And it turned out just as I envisioned it. Puppet people are slightly orange. Oranges and yellows. Okay, and the other thing I wanted to show you, actually we have a slew of more of new people here in the group. Check it out. Oh, look at that. Is anyone besides me old enough to remember when Band-Aids had a little red thread that one had to pull to open the sterile wrapper? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, I also wanted to tell you that I have a new release of a book. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough on Tuesday. April Showers Bring May Flowers, Jubilee. It's a really neat book. The theme is rain. Let's see. And if you check out the coloring guide, you can see the pictures that are in it. And the walkthrough is Tuesday, April 29th. This will give you an idea of what's in there. I'm not going to go through all 50, but can you rent my coloring books? Okay. I think you'll really like this one. Oh, there's a little putty in the rain. I don't know, Sandy, how would that work? So anyway, this gives you an idea what's in the book. There's a little puppy there. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Anyway, so that's the two things that are going on. And Tuesday, like I said, I'll be doing the walkthrough. All right. So this evening we colored out of Symphony of Cute Animals. Thank you, Angie, again. I think it's coming out beautifully. I hope that those of you who have this book are enjoying coloring it with me. And then the other project we're working on is Elegant Embossed Eggs Jubilee. And I'm walking you through on how to make this thing look very dimensional. I think that's a redundant statement, very dimensional. I'll just say dimensional. You can already see the shading behind the trees. I just think this is ridiculously beautiful. This is embossed eggs. Something that's embossed implies layers. So that's the look that we're going after. Okay, guys, I'm going to call it an evening. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, guys. Joyous, joyous coloring. Love on each other. That's what this group is specifically known for. I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. We'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. Please share this broadcast. Somebody else might enjoy just coming in and watching. We have several people that like to do that, and that is fantastic. Okay, guys, take care. Love you. Have a great rest of the evening. I'll zoom in on our dimensional flowers here. All right, guys, take care. Bye.